Took me 20 minutes to get her up,
Jesus.
you know. And now they both handicaps. I don't know what I'm doing.
God damn. Man, oh man.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We're holding. All right. So, the balance shows $92.92.
92. Okay.
Right. But, like I said, because nothing's going to change with your thing, let me do my math again, because I don't want you to have to call back with this issue. Minus, okay. Minus another 40, so plus. Yeah, all right, so under 100 for sure, so 93. All right, so yeah, 92.92.
All right, I'll pay that online and then hopefully next month will be right, okay?
Yeah,
Thank
it'll
you,
be
Eddie.
good now, going
Thank
forward.
you. Thank
Cool.
you.
Yeah,
Have a good day. All right, bye.
Bye.
Hello, Las Vegas.
Wait, whoa,
Oh.
hold on, Jesus
I know,
Christ,
I know.
unbelievable. It's 8 minutes.
8 minutes? What do you mean?
I mean 8 seconds. Now it's 3 seconds. Now, go.
Hello, Las Vegas. This is Rolando Larraz with Face the Tribune. If you have nothing to hide, if you are not a corrupted person, a corrupted public official, you have nothing to worry about, and you can face the Tribune.
Well, there's nobody left. They're all left. Everybody's corrupted. There's nobody in
Oh, my
Nevada that's
God.
not corrupt.
With me today, you can hear in the background, my co-host, Mr. Ed Philly.
Yes, you're not going to have many people here if you're looking for not corrupt people.
And
I'll
if
tell
you look,
that.
if I'm looking for Ed
Especially
Philly,
public
you know what I
officials.
just said? You
Yeah,
didn't
I
say
heard you,
nothing.
I heard
I'm just kidding.
Maybe they
Clark
not
Philly.
corrupt.
Let me tell you, Mr. Philly, Mr. Producer, let me tell you something. Today I finalized my opinion of what an endorsement is. The governor of Indiana, after praising Donald Trump for 3 minutes, you hear that?
Yeah, sure.
He said he will vote for Ted Cruz. But he didn't say he was endorsing Ted Cruz.
He said he was going to vote for in the primary.
Yeah. He said he was voting for Ted Cruz. He didn't say, I am endorsing
In the
Ted."
primary, you're right. He didn't say endorse. He said he was voting in the primary.
Right.
So it's word play on words.
Yeah, it was a very, very soft,
Very weak.
very weak side opinion of Ted Cruz. But Ted Cruz people and
Well, they'll spin it into praise.
oh
and
my God,
You know.
Carly Fiorina was excited about. It is ridiculous how these people play the games. And this is what, and anyway, I believe they are right now 50-50 in Indiana anyway.
Well, I thought it was more in the favor of Trump.
It was?
I don't
Okay.
know.
I don't know.
The last poll I saw, he was 8 points ahead. But that was before this big endorsement.
No.
So maybe he'll be 12 points ahead now.
Yeah.
Because usually it's the opposite reaction, you know.
Yeah.
People smell a rat and they go the other way.
Oh,
you know?
well, people are not stupid anymore.
That's right.
People are not stupid anymore.
That's right.
People are more
Let's
alert,
hope so.
more educated in politics, more knowledgeable, because there's two different things, knowledgeable and educated, you know. People
Yeah.
are more, and they are less faithful to the party anymore.
Oh, the party is in disarray. It's a
Even
joke.
though they will have to vote Republican in the primary, but in this case, it has nothing to do with
In
the
this,
party,
this
because
is the
they
first
all-
election, you're really not voting for the party. as a Republican, you're voting for a candidate, and you're voting for Trump.
That's it.
And Trump is not 100% behind the Republican Party. And if they go against him, he'll go against them, and watch out.
And also,
so it's a different election.
And now that we're talking about the Republican Party, I like to announce that next Thursday on Face the Tribune, the former Clark County chairman of the Republican Party, Ed Williams, is going to be here. And I'm sure he's going to have a lot of goodies to go out
I look
with.
forward to it. That sounds interesting.
So
Do you know what he's doing these days?
Yeah, he is working with Congressman Crescent Harry.
Oh, okay. Just like a campaign manager or something, or?
Kind of, advisor.
Okay.
So
that's good. I always liked it. I thought he was, honest. He was straight.
I believe so. I believe.
And,
and what they did to him was wrong.
Oh yeah.
Because
join the club.
The state organizer. No, the state treasurer, I think it is the same guy that was the convention organizer. So maybe intentionally he did. And I said maybe because I don't have any proof of that. And I know how people like, I know how people like to exaggerate every time I say something they don't like. They're gonna claim a lot of misleading or anything. I think that the guy ruined the convention intentionally to make him look bad. But I don't know, maybe he want to talk about it, maybe he don't want to talk about, and I'm going to respect that decision, whatever decision he made. So, that's it.
Good. Good news.
And I haven't heard anything. I hear a lot of people have canceling the subscription to the daily paper since John Smith left.
Oh, really?
I got 3 people call here yesterday asking me if they can subscribe to the Tribune. I said, you don't need to subscribe, you can go online. Oh, you're not a daily paper?
Their email?
They think, no.
Well, they need to.
What?
They need to send a subscription, your email, to circulation at their email.
Oh, yeah, I explained that to them.
Okay,
yeah, I explained that to them, but
Yeah.
I told them that we're not a daily paper.
There you go.
A lot of people think because the Tribune name that we are a daily paper. They never think
maybe
about.
if you take the Review Journal, you have 1 day of news in that 7-day paper.
Yeah.
So we have 1 day of news in our 1 week paper.
But this lady, I talked to her yesterday for about 20 minutes, and I told him, I said, I think, and even Tom Mitchell said in his column, that he didn't agree with the idea that he didn't think it was a good idea. That he didn't say he agreed or not. He think it was not a good idea. Then he did
to stifle a reporter.
that he started doing
Right.
what do you call it?
Editorializing is
Against his boss.
Right.
Because like it or not, technically,
Well, also,
Anderson.
didn't he say that the boss shouldn't be dictating what to write about either? I mean, I think he went both ways, didn't he? He kind of said that what they did, telling him not to write about something, wasn't right. But it's also not good to take on your boss and write.
Yeah.
You
But also, let me tell you something. Let me point this out. In all fairness, Sheldon Adelson didn't tell him not to write anything about him. The editor of the paper,
yeah.
I don't know if
The editors,
maybe he was following orders from Adelson.
Right.
But remember, they have a publisher that is not Adelson. They might, I don't know, he might be following the chain of command, but he might took that on his own to tell him not to write about the boss, because the editor is more afraid to upset Adelson than anybody else. Some people, they land a job that they don't deserve. They might be doing that on their own to make points. You know,
Well, there's a lot of politics.
yeah, it is, you know,
Involved,
but,
and
but I think, I agree with Tom Mitchell. I think he should not, it's a lot of people to write about. Why don't he write about Sandoval, how bad of a governor he is?
Well, he's probably a pro Sandoval, Smith is. Smith is liberal.
He is liberal?
Oh my God, yes. And Sandoval is a liberal rhino.
Is a libertarian is liberal?
Well,
No.
I don't think he's a libertarian. I think he's
No,
liberal.
because Tom Mitchell is a libertarian.
Right, that's different.
That's a different thing, right?
It's kind of like a
Excuse my
kind of like a conservative with maybe some social leanings that are a little bit liberal. but
excuse my
Libertarian is like leave us alone and get out of our lives and stuff like that. Liberty, that's what they're all about, is liberty.
yeah.
So I'm kind of a libertarian too, but I'm not this social nutcase that wants, political correctness. I'm anti that, as anti as you can be. I don't believe in anybody telling you what you can say and what you can't say, and if you use a word, so what?
Yeah.
I'm like Donald Trump in that respect.
Yeah.
Political correctness has to go. It's a cancer on our society. Political correctness, Jesus. And it doesn't make any sense. Politics is a despicable organization. Politics is terrible. And correct is something that's right? It's correct, that's good. So how do you put something despicable with something that's good? Doesn't make any sense. But that's a typical Washington misspeak, where they take the language and they screw it all around into something you can't even figure out what it means. Political correctness. What the hell is that? I got no idea.
Yeah. Well, that means that you kiss boss butts.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what I think it is.
Hillary Clinton's on some show either yesterday or today saying how knowledgeable she is about how to straighten out men, and when they start bullying you around and this and that, like what Trump's going to obviously do to her, she can handle that because she has tons of experience handling men like that, she said. And everyone goes, whoa, what is she talking about? Whoa, she talking about Bill? Well, obviously, what other man does she have all this experience with? Is she a cheater too, like her husband? Maybe there are other. Maybe she had a lot of experience with Vince Foster. I don't know, but who's she talking about? Is that the way she treats her men? They get out of hand, you just kill them in the park, or you kill them somewhere else and drag them to the park?
Let me explain something to you when you get to that topic. I don't speak English. I don't know.
Alright.
I wanted to tell you that maybe she got experience of being humiliated by a man.
Well,
because
I'll give her that.
She was universally humiliated
Oh my God.
when he took Bill Clinton back.
Oh.
Just because she wants to be a president.
Right, it was all
That's
political.
all it was. That was
it
a
was all
political
power.
move from her. She's a
Became a
Machiavelli.
marriage of convenience, if
Yeah.
you will. And of course, everybody knows that. That's why she couldn't go on Mount Rushmore. They didn't have room for two more faces.
Yeah, that's. I tell you, I told that to the wife of a dear friend of mine, and she said to me, "What are you attacking Hillary Clinton so bad? Every woman in this world has been cheated on." I said, "Yeah, I probably believe I never cheated my wife. I was married for 9 years and I never cheated on her. I don't believe in that. My father, rest in peace, whatever it is, he used to have dinner with his wife and his son and run out of the house to have dinner with his mistress and his other, he get dinner with his wife and the daughter, and then he run out of the house after mea culpa, thank you God for this meal. And he run out of the house to have dinner with his mistress and his son. I've never been able to understand that. Because to me, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about, Donald Trump is copying me every word I said.
Well,
now he said he don't drink, he don't gamble, he don't, the same thing I said. And now he said that nobody respects women more than he does. Well, I've been saying that for years. I have a great respect.
So he's copying you again.
He's copying me again. I'm going to have to charge him
Do
for
you get any royalties? You don't get any?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to start charging him for, and my actions speak for me. I'm not a politician. I don't have to. As a matter of fact, most guys brag about how they cheated their wife. I never did, and I'm not.
Right, these 70% of women that don't like Trump and won't support him. Why? Why do the women not like Trump? Can you pick a reason? He has a terrific family.
Yeah.
I know he's been married 3 times, but that joined the
Sure,
club.
that's a normal.
Joined the club.
That's a normal American way.
Right. I mean, maybe there was some issues there with his former wives that he just had gone the gamut, and he had to go on, and they all went on. No ex-wife is talking bad about Trump. Nobody's talking bad about Trump. None of the women in his life are talking bad about him. They tried to get Ivanka some kind of a rape thing to start right off the bat. At midnight they published that. When she was sleeping, she got up in the morning and went, "What?" And boy, did she straighten that out in a heartbeat. So there is no woman not supporting Trump. So what is this 70%? Why? Does anyone say why they don't?
But
I haven't heard one
it
word.
is for real 70%?
That's what they say.
Oh, okay.
Nothing's for real. So my point is,
okay, so
who
you
explains
have to be very clear when you talk.
Well,
because you cannot
7
talk
out of
like
10.
that.
7 out of 10.
They
asked 10 people in the streets of Harlem or something what they
I
thought
don't know,
about
but
Trump.
I think in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania or New York, when they divided votes, he won the woman vote, and one of those
I think it was Philadelphia, I heard, and it was over 60%, I believe. And he win, now he's up to 790. So they've given him 40 more delegates out of that pool there that was supposedly undecided, or open. But he won all the districts. So they're bound to vote for him, and they've been asking these delegates, are you going to vote for Trump? And the answer is, in the first ballot, yes. They have to. Even Bob Barr from Georgia was on some show the other day, and this lady was grilling him, trying to get him caught. She thought she had him caught, that he was a Cruz supporter. How he became a delegate, they don't know, but anyways, she was trying to nail him on the fact that he was probably not going to vote for Trump.
Are we on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't see anything in there, that's why.
No. See anything in where?
In the screen.
You don't see us?
No.
No. I'm waving.
Okay, well, I believe you. You never lied to me yet.
Okay. Well, anyways, my point was that Bob Barr was tortured trying to not answer her question, and finally she had him up against the wall, and he had to say that by law he had to vote for Trump in the first process. So yes, he will vote for Trump the first go around. If there's a second one, he's voting for Cruz. But it was a struggle to get that out of him.
Why?
Because they don't want to support Trump. They're no Trumpers. But by the rules of their delegation, they have to support Trump in the first ballot.
And I tell you, he is
and they're
really
going to go fighting.
He's really trying to accommodate everyone. He's trying to please everyone.
He's trying to unite.
Now he's calm. Now he's not telling anybody a liar. Now he's not telling. And also, finally, to please everybody else, not me, because I don't believe in that. But now everybody happy because he have to tell Trump.
Well, there's some people, the no Trumpers are knocking that, because they're acting like, well, he's not intelligent enough to not have a teleprompter. Well, what about Obama? We've been through 7.5 years of teleprompter king. Obama can't speak without a teleprompter.
I know.
And they're trying to make, well, why does Trump need a teleprompter?
That's right. What he needed
presidential. That's not presidential.
He don't need a Trump.
Well,
You know,
he had a lot of details to get out on his plan there. and
what
he
is the
probably-
word? What is the word? Trump? What is it?
Teleprompter.
Teleprompter, yeah, that's right.
But we'll
Okay.
call it teletrump, it's a shorter.
Yeah,
It's a lot
it's
easier.
short
And
I
for the
mean,
next
what
8 years, it's gonna be teletrump
everything
anyway.
he said, it came out of his heart.
Oh, yeah.
Everything he said, he mean it.
Yeah.
So why do you need a teleprompter? You know, it's not.
Well, you have to, if he made a slip up on saying policy, you know, if he made just a fact that was a little off or something, he would have been pounded on that, you know? Obama makes mistakes every day. He never does not make a mistake. So he had to make sure he got
He's a
everything
mistake
right.
himself.
Yes, he is. Right. So he had to be sure that all the facts that he put out there were straight. Now they're even telling him, he contradicted himself. But nobody can say specifically how did he contradict himself. It's just what they say. Oh, well, he contradicted himself. Well, that's a nice thing to say. I mean, what are you talking about? No, he just contradicted. Oh, okay, so he contradicted. So we have to believe that. You know, they're despicable, their tricks. Politics is despicable. And we have a guy running now that's not a politician, and that is refreshing, I tell you what.
I guess
And we need to
politics must be a female, right?
Politics
Yeah,
is a female?
yeah.
What do you, in the French language where they put gender on all their verbs?
No,
and
it's just,
nouns, you're a female or a male?
Yeah, the Spanish
Like
language too.
L, oh, is it?
Yeah.
They're gender too?
La política, el
Oh,
político.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right. I guess so.
It gotta be a female because
Well, we'll have to look it up.
it's a them to live with them, and if we cannot live
What's the
without.
word in Spanish for politics?
Politica.
Politica, sounds female.
Yeah,
Maybe-
but what
maybe
I'm
it's
saying is, then, you know,
Could be female.
we all complain about women, but we cannot live without women, so.
Well, we wouldn't be
it's-
here without them, I
Well,
guess.
that's right, it's like, what's his name
I mean,
said?
even now that we can be married to, two men can be married, we're still not gonna go too far with that. Because it's not gonna produce anybody else, so that,
You know, I was told there already is more than 5 gay divorces in family court.
Here in Nevada?
In the family court here, and they said that they are worse than a man and a woman.
Oh, of course, my God, yeah. Well,
Two
actually,
of
it's
them.
2 women is what it is.
2 women
It's
and
like
there's
2
2
women
men,
divorcing. Oh, okay.
you know, and that's
So
what,
when were they married?
probably a year ago.
A year
Yeah,
ago?
but I always said, let them get married so they can suffer the divorce.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
People are
How many
dying to
people-
get married, and then after they get married, you know, I never believe in marriage. I
Right.
marry because my stupidity and my sense of morality. I didn't want to live with my wife without being married because she had a daughter, and I didn't feel comfortable to see that her daughter see me in bed with her mother, because I don't believe in that kind of it.
There's an issue where there's been a lot of couples, real female, male, that have lived together for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then they get married, and oh boy, did that cause some pressure, and they end up getting divorced. And they lived together for 10 years.
Yeah.
The marriage is what caused the divorce.
Yeah, yeah.
And then maybe some of them still live together.
Yeah, that's true.
The problem was the legality of it. They
Because
couldn't
let me
stand
tell
it.
you what happened with the marriage, and I know this is not a topic for this program, but it's okay, we can talk about everything. It's Friday, it's an open mic.
Oh, okay.
With the authorization of Gordo Martinez. I'm stealing his show name.
Oh, okay. For Friday, it's Friday.
I tell you, I believe I believe that marriage is just a piece of paper to fulfill the eagle of society. That's the way I felt. I lived with a woman for 12, 14 years. We never have a problem. Never had a problem. You know,
I have that legal paper, you might have a problem.
because one of the two, one or the other is going to try to use that piece of paper as an ownership, and it's not an ownership paper.
Eddie Murphy used to give an example. You can go to the wilds of Africa. You can rescue this woman about to be eaten by a lion. You saved her life. You bring her home to New York. You marry her, and the first words out of her mouth is, "Give me half." The first word she learns after being married, "Give me half."
Half of what?
Half of everything he has. Half of all the money, but none of the bills.
Oh, I thought you mean half a minute.
No, give me half. That's his example of marriage.
Yeah.
He'd rescue her from the jaws of a lion.
I believe that when two people love each other and respect each other, they don't need a piece of
You
paper.
shouldn't have to be told that you can do what you do naturally.
You know, but
anyway.
unfortunately society is that way.
Well,
I have a friend, then her partner, her boyfriend, whatever you want to call him now, was in the hospital, and the hospital cannot give her any information because she was not the wife.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's wrong. You know, that's why when I lived with that woman for 14 years, we both have a power of attorney. She have a power of attorney on me, and I have a power of attorney on her. And that was.
There's ways to combat that situation you're talking about with a hospital. There's other ways you can do this.
Like what? Like a
Like
power
what
of
you
attorney?
did.
Yeah, we
So,
did that.
There's other ways to handle what you're talking about.
We never flew together. Never flew together. We go to the airport, she get in one plane, I get in the next plane. Why? Because we always get insurance. If one or the other one crash, the other one can enjoy the money. You know, I always been more materialistic than romantic.
So you were always hoping that you were on the right plane.
Yeah,
Plane to land in.
of course,
Right.
of course.
You like playing the lottery a little bit.
I don't know if I tell you, I
A
don't
lot
know.
of husbands and wives don't fly together because of the legality of if one of them, if they both died, would be a nightmare, not because of the legal mess that was involved. So they fly separately because they don't want the nightmare if something should happen. It wasn't an insurance deal, is what I'm saying. It was because their whole estate and everything would be thrown into turmoil if they both died at the same time, right?
Probably.
So it wasn't insurance. You were doing an
Look what
insurance deal.
happened now with that Katie, whatever her name is, and she bought a convent, and the nun said they own the convent, and the guy who sold her the convent, and now they are on, what do you call that, probate. I told him, I said, oh, all the lawyers gonna make the money. I thought about you right away, you know, and you're not even in probate.
No, I knew better than to go to probate. It wasn't a probate issue. They don't have jurisdiction, period. My case could not have gone to probate. It would have been thrown out. All I wanted was bank records. That's it.
That's all.
Very simple.
You know, but I was watching that, I think it was on Fox News, I think, yeah.
I never heard about what you're talking about. Some con.
Greta has a,
Oh, I don't watch Greta too much.
no, why?
She has done it.
Well,
I
but
can't
she-
understand
what?
what she's talking
You
about.
cannot judge people by the handicap, you
I'm
know.
not handicapped. I just can't understand
I
her.
think she had a heart attack.
She did?
I think that's what it was, that's why she said that.
Jesus. Wow.
But
She's been
she's
talking
very,
that way
she's a
since the
very,
OJ
she's a
trial.
very intelligent, she's a lawyer.
Yeah, well, that's not, that's not a recommendation on my sheet. That's a big X, if you tell me. But
But anyway, she wanted to follow up this situation with the nuns.
I never heard about it.
They already spent,
How does the nun thing go to probate? Well, where's probate come in?
I don't know, I guess somebody donated that convent to the nuns.
Oh, okay.
And now the bishop,
Some beneficiaries.
the
bitching
bishop
about it.
won the money from the sale of the convent.
Oh.
We're talking about $15 million
Oh, well,
property, you know.
follow the money.
Yeah.
And that will bring the lawyers out of the woodwork,
Yeah.
put in for their fees from Gephardt.
And that's why I'm saying greed
You know.
doesn't have a limit. It can be It could be religious, it can be whatever, greed.
I have lawyers in this deal trying to ask for money from the trust, and they don't have any standing in the court. They're not the lawyers of anything. They say they're representing my sister, but they're not representing her best interest because she's a beneficiary. Why would she be paying these lawyers? What are they doing for her? Nothing. They're just putting in fees to get paid. What are they doing? They don't have any standing. And there's Judge Gephardt saying, oh, I'm going to have to pay the fees, you know. All lawyers must be paid. You have to understand that. All lawyers have electric bills and secretaries, and they need to be paid. Well, okay, that's fine, but let them have a cause to be paid from, not from the winner.
That's an expression. That is a statement that people, they never had to go through paying any of that stuff made do. You know, Bill, I get along with him. I kind of like him, and but he never had to pay for any of that stuff. He worked for the district attorney's office for, I don't know what, 20 years or something like that. Then he became a justice of the
He's never
peace.
signed a check on the
He
front.
he never signed a check in the front.
That's obvious.
He never had to pay for secretary or for investigators and nothing. Everything is being paid to him.
Right.
And I don't know if he can handle the responsibility of
Well, he doesn't
running an
know what he's
office.
doing, that's for sure. He's not competent, that's for damn sure. He doesn't know the law. My lawyer
I
puts
think
in a brief explaining the laws with precedents and everything else. He doesn't even read it.
In all fairness for him, is maybe one of his fault is that he's too loyal to his friends, and I think he is ruling in favor of Alan Earl.
Well, of course he is.
He's not a judge anymore.
He has said in court how hard Alan Earl worked on this case. He worked very hard on this case. Yeah, screwing it up, complicating a simple request for a bank statement.
Yeah.
I've never seen
I
a guy
got the
screw
feeling
up
the
anything
only
more.
reason he is taking those rulings and those decisions is as loyalty to George.
All he's doing is he's participating now in the same robbery that Earl started. Gephardt's just joining in as an accomplice now. He's joining in and being part of the robbery. So he's a self-appointed thief, if you will. You know, it's like you have a bank robbery. A guy robs a bank. He gets caught, right?
Yeah.
He goes to trial. He goes before Judge Gephardt. Judge Gephardt awards his legal fees against the bank. It's the same thing. How do you get the bank, the victim, to pay the lawyer for the bank robber? That's what he's doing. It's the same thing.
How cynical you are.
That's not cynical. You show me where I'm wrong. Show me where I'm wrong.
What do we got today with Ed Julian show? He got any?
Yeah, I
any
think we got
guess?
at least two.
Yeah, who is that?
Well,
You don't know?
yeah, I do. If you give me a second, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
have.
but you have to get up.
Well, because I have it right here.
Oh,
See how organized I
okay,
am?
Mr. Producer.
I try to keep the camera view and everything like we're organized around here. I don't want to put my trailer full of information where people can see it.
You know, this Mike Lavin guy is really going out of his nut. You know, he's.
Yeah, I don't listen. I have to turn him off now.
I
hear
can't
him.
do that. I have
Because
to
he's
listen.
lying. It's lying Mark now. Lying Ted, lying Mark. Because he just repeats Cruz's lies. And then he just distorts things about Trump's record.
Yeah.
Like, well, he supported Schumer and he supported Hillary Clinton. He also supported Ted Cruz. How come they don't mention that? They know it. They're just not mentioning it. That's not being genuine.
But let me ask you something. And you have to, again, excuse my ignorance, but, I only speak English a little bit. Just donating to a campaign is supporting supporting the candidate?
Well, I guess it could be interpreted that way.
Really? So how are we gonna interpret it when these casinos donate to both candidates?
Well, they're business people. They're bribing.
So
the-
what was,
they're bribing
what
the
was
candidate.
Donald Trump?
He's supporting the candidates to get something from them.
Of course.
Right. So you
So
have
what?
to go to the part two of the question.
Well,
He's supporting the candidate with money, but he expects something in return, and that's what Trump's saying.
but that's not endorsing.
Well, that's true. It depends on.
You know, they
You
want
can-
to,
you can
they want to
endorse-
speak English the
You
way
can
they
endorse.
want.
You can endorse a candidate because you agree with the policies that candidate professes, so that you can actually say, I agree with you and I want to support your campaign.
Yeah.
That's supporting him.
But that
when
mean-
you're a businessman and you just support the both sides, you're doing something else.
You don't
You're buying
support,
influence.
that doesn't, in my
Right,
English,
that's not
in
supporting
my
the
English,
policies.
that is not supporting
not
anybody.
supporting the policies.
That is buying both candidates.
Yes, that's exactly
That's
right.
my
And
view.
Trump will be the first one to admit it. That's
Yeah.
exactly what he did. He told Hillary, he didn't ask Hillary Clinton to his wedding. He told her to come to his wedding. I don't know why he wanted her there, but he told her to come to his wedding. That's the difference. When you buy a candidate, you're not supporting them,
Did
you're buying
anybody
them.
say how much she's getting paid for talking in that Indiana college or Ohio college?
When did she do that?
She was doing it today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She wasn't given a campaign speech, she was actually talking because the college paid her supposedly?
I guess.
Oh, well, we'll have to look into that and see.
Yeah.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah.
If she was in Indiana, she should have been
Well,
campaigning.
you need to listen to the outnumber.
Well, but Angela Tarantula's not there, you said.
No, she's not there
I don't
now
wanna
for a whole
listen.
week.
Well, I gotta wait for her to come back.
She's a fighter. I like that woman. I really like her.
Yeah, she's right. I don't like Dana Perino that much anymore. I think she's too bushy. Kind of like Bush had some very soft policies, you know, and she's too bushy. She's not strong. She's weak, you know.
I like her. She's.
But she's weak. She's not like Trump.
The one
We
that
need
I don't
strength.
like is that Julie girl. I forgot.
Oh well, shit. Of course not. She's liberal. She's a piece of crap. She's
So you mean I'm not liberal then, right?
No, of course not. You're not liberal.
No,
You're
okay.
as far from liberal as you
Well,
can
I don't
be.
know. People tell me that.
You're an Angela Tarantula supporter.
Yes, I am.
Yep. See.
I am.
And yeah, that Julie, she's one of those operas. She's like a Juan Williams, you know.
Yeah, but-
Beckel, I saw him on CNN the other night, so I guess he's been shipped back over there.
Yeah, but you know, I tell you, I don't care much for, what do you call it? The guy from Arizona's daughter, McCain.
Oh, Megan Ray-
Megan McCain.
Yeah, McCain, right?
I don't care for her that
No,
much.
she's a McCain. Do you like McCain?
No, I don't.
Well, there you go.
I don't.
They're cut from the same cloth.
I could disagree with Donald Trump on that. You know, I respect him as his service to the country. I
But-
admire
but-
him
Come
for,
on now.
but
Trump didn't say that. What did Trump say? He didn't knock McCain.
no,
He
but-
said something very specifically, that he prefers his heroes to have not been captured. That's all he was
well,
saying.
that's his opinion, and I respect that.
Right.
I don't
He
have to
wasn't
have the same
knocking
opinion.
McCain,
but-
but all the people that are, you know, are gonna
Yeah,
make that an issue.
Of course, they're going to.
Because they always distort what Trump
People
says.
always make an issue. Read
It's
my
like-
column this week. When I went to the courthouse, this guy used to admire me. He used to tell me how good my articles were, how tough I was. And one day, he didn't agree with my article, and he said, well, who in the hell read that trash? Well, you must have read it. You must have read it because you know what I said.
Well,
For 19 months you've been saying how good I am, and today you telling me that nobody read this trash?
yeah. Well, you see, when you're always when you're always going one way down the road and like you tell the truth and you expose corruption, you don't change.
I try.
So everybody on both sides of you is all the time changing.
Yeah.
And they take a different position on one day from the next day because
And
they're
that's-
agenderized.
And that's the reason why I don't have to hide from anybody. I don't have to turn,
You can say anything that you think's true about anybody, because
Yeah,
you think it's true.
you know, and I
You're
told
not
you-
lying, you're not
I-
distorting the facts, you're
I
not
told you the
spinning.
story about that lady that was running for judge, and she had a fundraising together with Doc Smith. And I wrote it in the paper because I couldn't get a hold of her. So I put him in there so maybe she read it and she will realize that what I was saying was in her favor. I said, don't let these 2 lawyers or 3 lawyers or whatever, a bunch of lawyers was preparing that fundraising for Doc Smith, don't let them dirty your name. You know, you have a good reputation, you are a very, very good person, and don't let them do so. One day I was visiting Judge Kephart, what do you call it?
In the toilet? He was in the toilet? Oh.
No. In the back, in the office, not in the court.
In the
chambers. There. And she walked in, and Mindy said, you know Rolando, don't you? And she said, yeah, he wrote bad about me. I said, no. I didn't write bad about you. I complimented you because those 2 people were using your good name, your good reputation, and your brains to,
Like Carly Fiorina's being used.
yeah,
Right.
but just to help their friend.
Right.
Then it's dirty and it's corrupted and it's a
Yeah,
piece of trash.
there you go.
I don't care what anybody said. In my opinion of Judge Smith is the lowest anybody can have. And I don't hide from that. Doc Smith, in my book, should not be a judge. Why? Because he is dirty. He is corrupted. He is unfair. And he is anything that is not good. And even somebody else that was there, I'm not going to mention name because he might have to appear in front of Doc Smith. He went like this, shake his head, and agree with what I said. And now the lady, I guess she realized that what I was saying was true, because now she is, you know, it's like the same 2 lawyers are putting Amy Cellini to run against a judge. They don't need competition. Amy Cellini is being used, and these women don't want to realize when they are being used because they are so desperate to get ahead and so desperate to advance in their political career or professional career. You know, they don't want to realize why they are being used or how they're being used or when they are being used. That's the problem with
Just
this.
puppets of the system. You know, there's strings attached to them.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah.
And some of that type of guys are the type of guys that believe that the women belong in the kitchen. You know, they still don't get used to have a woman in a powerful position. You know, it's the truth. I had a partner that was a female once, and I don't have any complaints. Maybe in a personal life, we no longer get along, but professionally, we never have a problem. We consult with each other, we respect each other by giving us each other the opportunity of give the opinion, and many times, because women are very bright. Women have an extra sense that we don't have. And if you don't realize that, it would be, I know there's a lot of bimbos. I know there is a lot of crazy girls out there, but that's not what I'm referring
Yeah,
to.
there's crazy men too. So
Yeah.
that just goes with this.
Yeah, there's a lot of bimbo guys.
But you're right,
I don't
basically,
know. How do you
you're
call
right.
the male bimbos?
Pimps, I don't know what you call them.
Bimbos too.
I call them Gephardts, but you might have a different opinion. Or Earls, that's what I call them, Earls.
Yeah.
Anyways, women do, I'm talking women to women now, women do have a different way of thinking than men. They have a certain way that they compute information that they get. And that's just the way it is, you know, that's the way it is. And, but you know, what everybody says, of course, the liberals, oh, Hillary Clinton is this guy Robertson, I don't even know the guy's despicable, but he's on the TV the other night saying, Hillary Clinton is the most qualified person to ever run for president. And I'm lucky my TV's still working because I had a glass in my hand and it almost went in that direction. I mean,
what do you wasted a good scotch? You wasted a good.
no, it was
what
already
was it,
empty. It was already empty glass.
It was wine
I
or
know
was
better
scotch?
than that. I think it was water, to tell you the truth. But at any rate, it was going to go towards the TV because that's just so. And the guy's saying it like, oh, everybody's supposed to believe that. What is Hillary Clinton's qualifications? What has she ever accomplished? She was in charge of the bimbo eruption squad at the White House. She was in charge of all the gates. She was the one that would downgrade all the women that Bill was chasing around after. She would go after Monica Lewinsky. She got her transferred out of the White House. Hillary did that. So she accomplished that. And then
But
she was
yeah,
going
but that
after
was not
Broderick,
the woman. That
Jones.
was not the woman Hillary Clinton. That was the wife Hillary Clinton. It's two different. You have to learn. You have to separate the woman from the wife. The woman might react different. You know, I know.
The enabler, is that what that was?
I don't know, but look, let me tell you something. I know two women that are abused. They've been abused by the men. Okay, I know two of them. But one always criticizing the other one because that's what happened. This woman, I don't know why. She's beautiful, she's young. Why did she been in an abusive relationship? Well, what is your excuse? You know, but I can't say that because, you know, he is my friend. I can't do that, you know. But, I mean, let's face it. There's a difference between a woman and a wife. The wife can be abusive, and the woman criticize the abusive, but she don't realize that she's abusive too. Abused, not abusive. You have to understand my English. You know, I'm trying to.
So you still haven't answered my question. What has Hillary ever done?
Nothing.
So what is this guy saying? She's the most qualified person
I
to
don't
ever run
know.
for
I
president?
don't know. People might think.
Doesn't that establish
people
this
might
guy
think-
as a moron?
People might think that being married to the president of the United States is an accomplishment. People might think because she
He wasn't
bought,
president when she married him.
but she was the governor. He was the
No,
governor.
I think he was in law school at Yale or something. He
Oh,
wasn't
really?
anything yet. She became governor after he was married to her.
Okay, so
And I think he got paid $25,000 a year as a governor of, it wasn't a great big job, of Arkansas. It wasn't a big
it's not what they get paid.
Well, Hillary
It's
Clinton
what
was
all
working-
the details behind.
Well, I know that.
Oh,
So
it's all the envelopes that
Hillary's
come.
working, getting the envelopes at the Rose Law Firm,
You
like
know.
the $100,000 kickback on the chicken deal, because her husband was governor,
Yeah.
right? So that's how that works. Somebody's
Yeah.
gotta get the envelope.
You know, it's like
Right. Harry
like
Reid
getting-
being worth millions of dollars.
it's like getting married. You know, in the old days, people get married because all the envelopes the people put in the tray. You know.
Oh.
I mean, let's face it. It was a convenience marriage. You know.
Did they get
Remember.
divorced 6 months later? Did they give that money back? No.
No.
Did they give the toasters back?
Remember
and all the gifts?
in the movie The Godfather when Michael Corleone got married to Kate, and she said, "Oh, that money! Oh, this is nothing. And, you know, this is normal. Italian people are very generous, you know, and that's the way it is. They are generous when the people that getting married deserve to be generous or expect to be generous with. You know, it's not, I've seen a lot of Italian weddings that there's no money exchange, you know. But when you are marrying the Godfather's son, you know, the future Godfather, of course the envelopes are coming from every family because that's another marriage.
Well, they have a lot of envelopes in their business. They have tons of envelopes sitting around. So, you know, they're available.
Yeah.
You know, that's how
And
they work.
also, that's another marriage. No matter how many times they fight, they always give envelopes to each other. You know, it's a business, it's politics.
Business of envelopes.
Yeah, it's politics.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, look at Sandoval. I don't know if Martinez wrote about that one time, about some millions that disappeared from some account. And Sandoval was involved in that. I don't know.
Oh,
exactly.
really? Well, let's
Yeah.
look into it.
Yeah, yeah. Why? He's already the governor, and
Well,
now,
maybe we'll get him impeached.
now he's gonna go to the Supreme Court.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, so Harry Reid is working on every detail, every base. He wants to fill up every base in the baseball
Can you
game.
imagine what this country would be like with a liberal Supreme Court? Oh, my God. Oh. Oh.
Well, we're not too far from that
No,
now.
I know. We're tied, as Obama says. The court's tied. The court's.
Oh, I didn't have a tie today.
No, the court's tied.
Oh, the court tie. Oh, I
I'm
see.
fit to be tied.
Yeah, me and
When
my
the President of the United States describes the Supreme Court as tied.
me and my.
We
What
got a
time is
problem.
Ed Julian show is?
We have someone scheduled for 1:30, and I
Oh.
can't, it's some Swadip Nijam.
Oh yes,
You know how to pronounce that?
Assembly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What district?
I don't know. I'll have to look over here to find out. This is a very complicated sheet and everything.
I know, I know.
It's hard to figure out what's going on. But we've had some.
Well,
good
everything
guests.
that Ed Julian do is complicated.
Well, I'm learning that. Fast, yeah, we've
But
had
he's,
some.
but he's a good guy.
We've had some good.
He means good. He means good. He
We've
means
had some
well.
very good guests. We really have. We've
Yeah.
learned a lot and got a lot discussed, and
And
there's a lot to discuss. I mean,
Are those people that have been here now, they are already in the assembly or they are running for?
I have not seen one that is in a position now.
Oh,
They're all
really? Oh,
running.
good.
Now, others have run and
Oh,
lost.
good. Oh, good.
One ran for Senate and lost, now they're running for the Assembly. So, you know, no one is in office currently that's been in
Oh, good.
yet, so. And they all have, you know, these pure ideas, you know, they're all on the right side of everything. Of course, I think most of them have been Republicans. But, and they're running for the sole purpose that they're just pissed off over what Sandoval did. This, you know, rhino liberal or whatever. They're saying he lied to all the people, got elected.
But
and
I
did the
don't
opposite.
blame, but this is the problem. I don't blame Sandoval.
What?
I don't.
Oh, you blame the people that elected him? How do
No,
you blame the
not
people
even
that-
that. Not
What
even
then?
that.
What?
I blame those people serving in the legislature that approve that.
Well, they're the same thing. What's the difference between Sandoval and them? Sandoval ran on the same platform that he wasn't gonna raise taxes.
Well, but it would be only one person screwing up instead than the majority screwing up. You know,
Maybe
they
they don't
should,
wanna go against the governor.
then they should not be in office. They should not be in office if they
That's why
cannot
all
take
these
it.
people we've interviewed so far are running, because they wanna do something about it.
They don't need to, they need to take a stand, regardless of who is in the governor. If the governor screw up, they need to say, hey, you screw up, you lie, you are not good for anything.
I asked the man running yesterday, I think it was Ron Newsom, about being a legislature, and you pass laws and you pass statutes and so forth, that's what you do, and that becomes the public policy of Nevada. Now, when a judge does not follow the statutes that you enact as law and public policy, what do you do about it? And he just had a blank look on it. Have you ever heard of the Senate having any investigation at all on any judge's rulings or anything? I go, not in my lifetime. He said, I never have either. Well, isn't a branch of the government supposed to check and balance the judiciary if they don't follow the laws that the legislature passes?
Yeah, they do.
Well,
They
what
do.
are you doing there?
They do.
They do what?
They do have to. They have
They
to.
don't. Have you ever heard of
Oh,
them
they
doing
haven't done it, but they
Yeah.
are supposed to.
Well,
Yes,
yes,
I
that's
agree.
my point.
I agree
He
with
said,
that.
have you ever heard of them doing that? I go, no.
I got 1 minute left, 2 minutes left, and I like to remind everybody that's listening or is going to listen later on that Denny Tarkanian in Congress District 3 agree on a term limit. And I think this is something that is very important. Denny Tarkanian needs to get the support of all the people running and all the people that are not running and all the people that live in the United States of America, even if they cannot vote. They vote in Nevada, they should be voting for Denny Tarkanian because Denny Tarkanian do not want to be there for the rest of his life. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, forget about everybody else. Forget about everyone else running in District 3 because it is not the best in the best interest of this state. Denny Tarkanian have, and I'm trying to get a hold of Denny Tarkanian now and talk about, see if he can come back over here, even if it's only for 15 minutes, and talk about this term limit.
Well, when you think about it, there's nothing that probably goes against the Constitution more so than lifetime politicians.
We don't need another Harry Reid.
Yeah, I mean, well, how unconstitutional is that? If someone becomes a lifer.
Anyway, it is Friday. I wish you all have a nice, happy weekend. I think it's gonna rain tonight, but
It's in the forecast.
I don't know. I might not even see the rain because I'll be in a plane for California, but I will.
Doesn't it rain up there when you're in a plane?
And
You
I
above
don't
the
know,
rain?
but I'm not gonna see it because I am above the rain.
Oh, you have to land and you have to take off.
Yeah, but why? Because it rained in Las Vegas, mean they
Well,
have
it
to.
doesn't rain in California.
It doesn't have
Sunny
to.
Southern
It
California.
might. It might do.
Right.
You know, and let me tell you, we're talking about Nevada. California is hell when rain and the street is wet and the accidents and
Worse than Nevada?
no worse than Nevada, but it's to me
Nevada, the roads get really slippery because of all the oil in the roads.
they look like rivers, like lakes. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have rivers in here. We got lakes, and that Charleston Boulevard is a lake.
But you like that bridge there? They
Oh.
got it becomes not a lake, it becomes a pond or something. Oh, a lake, I guess you could call it a lake.
Yeah,
But people drive into that thing. They don't. I don't know. Dumb. I don't know.
I
why.
don't.
But boy, I've seen cars that are completely submerged, and people drive right into it.
yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Uh,
I want to thank you for listening and wish you a nice, happy weekend. God bless you and God bless America and God bless our troops. Let me know.